You suck at cooking, yeah, you totally suck.
Today we're making the sloppy onion smash burger, more commonly known as the Flying Dutchman, which is a great burger to make if you hate bread, love the Dutch, hate the French, love onions, are afraid of baked goods, enjoy eating food, or love having gunk all over your hands. We're going to start by preparing our onion bun, also known as a bunion, by slicing 2 slabs of yellow onion. We'll paint the top of our bunions with acrylic olive paint, then slide those into our pan, which is on medium heat. Once they're in there and sizzling, we can add some more paint to the top to complete this modern minimalist masterpiece. If your burner is smaller than your pan, you might want to roll the bunions around a bit to make sure all edges are getting the heat. You can also throw a lid on top to keep the edges of the bunion from curling upwards. And you can also do a little pan-around-a maneuver to make sure everything's getting properly sizzled. Do these remind you of anything? They remind me of Louise P. Masterson, who invented the wheel in 1827. You can use a double wang jangler system to flip the bunions, which will not only challenge your wrist mobility, but it also doesn't work very well. But hopefully I can just press that back in. Okay, I think I got lucky there. Just make sure you never cross the wang janglers. You can also try the old flip and pray technique. What's great about keeping the onion together is it won't matter once you take your first bite. Once those bunions are done cooking, we'll put them aside and get ready for the main event.
The pickles.
We're gonna dice up a pickle real small, although you can also use some kind of relish, then add some mayo to a bowl with some hot sauce, although you can also use ketchup, and wang jangle that together in a bowl, although you can also mix that on your plate, and we'll just wang jangle that together until we have chunky Pepto-Bismol sauce. Mmm, delicious. With our griddle on medium heat, we're gonna add our beef in the shape of what we used to think the earth looked like, and press them down into the shape we now know the earth looks like. This creates a chemical reaction on the bottom of the burger, which increases both the heat and flavor through volcanic friction. Then we'll add some flavor glitter, and we'll also add some freshly ground, dry-aged pepper. The smash burger technique uses the Maillard reaction to give us a lot more flavor, and it's easy to remember with this acronym. Simply mash all that beef somewhat hard into the pan until it's cooked to the point where it looks sort of burnt, but not so burnt that you're like, no way, that's too burnt. So we'll give that a flip and admire the Maillard layer and add the cheese and take that off the heat, and feel free to add a sauna roof to aid the melting and also to help the beef detox. Now we're going to take the lower bunion and fasten that to our cutting board using the power of gravity, then hit that with some of our magic sauce. Then we'll add burger patty number 1, followed by burger patty number 2. If you mix up the order of these patties, don't worry, you can simply throw it all in the trash and start again. Now we'll add some more sauce to the top of that burger patty, and then we'll add the top bunion. A lot of people complain about this burger being hard to hold together, which is just silly since you can easily hold it together with 17 toothpicks, or you can just use raw bunions, which add a nice snappy crunch. But if you find that cooked yellow onion too sloppy on this Flying Dutchman, you can instead make the high wire Dutchman, or the Dutchman with excellent taste, or you can make the lesser known but still popular cycling Dutchman, or the tomatoes make more sense if you're gonna use a vegetable as a bun, man. Now let's just take a bite here, and as you can see, it's really not that bad. It's just like having all the ingredients in your hands at the same time, which feels really good and cool, and not at all something you completely don't want on any level at all. But I got this crazy idea to hold the Flying Dutchman together, which is to use 2 halves of edible roundish bread on the outside of the grilled onions to keep everything in its place.